This might soon be a thing of the past. Who needs cash when you can just as easily pay with an e-wallet? Worldwide, digital wallets on our smartphones are growing more and more popular. What systems are on the market? How do they differ from one another? And how safe are they? Our topic today on Chip. Most e-wallets come as smartphone apps. But there are biometric solutions too. Soon your own hand might replace your wallet. A scanner authorizes the payment and that's it. Businesses are picking up on the trend and offering more e-wallet payment services. Facebook even announced its own app recently. But which one is right for me? That might depend on where you live and what you plan to use it for.
A bouquet of flowers without any cash? To many, it's already an ordinary part of daily life. E-wallets let users pay quickly and easily. There's a wide range of apps to choose from. You can get e-wallets through your bank. Then it's basically an extension of your regular account on your smartphone. Other e-wallets are connected to your mobile plan. They conduct transactions via text message. There is also a growing number of other providers, whether global players for worldwide payments like Google Pay or PayPal, or e-wallets for certain countries and currencies like Alipay in China or Paytm in India. The main principle stays the same. E-wallets are for storing money. The balance usually comes from a bank account or a credit card, or is topped up in cash. The app lets you pay by clicking a button, scanning a QR code, or with near-field communication.
I use e-wallets mostly because they're really convenient, because you can pay everywhere and anywhere with your mobile phone, and it takes away the hassle of dealing with cash or dealing with physical credit cards. With e-mobile payments, you can just scan a QR code and the money comes directly from your bank account.
Users should look out for fees, though. Often sending money to friends is free of charge, but many providers make a profit on other transactions. PayPal charges 5% on international money transfers, for instance. That can become costly in the long run.
So here's a checklist for finding the e-wallet that's best for your needs. What countries and currencies does it work in? How can I top it up? What payment options do I have? And what does the option I use most cost? And, as always, it's also important to look out for your security and personal data. FinTech expert Julie Maupin has some basic advice for choosing the right provider.
Look for multiple factor authentication, look for making sure that there's backup practices, and make sure that they are warning you about how you should and shouldn't be interfacing with the technology.
Whether or not my money is safe depends on how I keep it. Leaving my wallet out is probably a bad idea. Using 1234 as a password for my e-wallet, also not the best. But providers need to maintain security standards too.
Technically speaking, most e-wallets by serious providers are well protected. The data is encrypted and stored on secure servers. It's recommended to use e-wallets which have been checked by at least 2 IT security companies. One risk remains: humans. Passwords need to be protected, and e-wallet users are a popular target for phishing attacks which enable criminals access to others' digital wallets.
This is the power and the danger of mobile banking. You are your own bank. And if you have bad security practices, you lose your phone or something happens, then you are the one who is going to suffer the consequences of that.
Like online banking, most e-wallets use two-factor authentication, for example, password and fingerprint. What if a transfer fails, though? Some providers have accommodating rules similar to a bank. But that is not a given, for an e-wallet usually circumvents the middleman making a profit.
And if there is no longer an intermediary there who's making money off of you, then you have a danger that you're not going to get that charge back. There's nobody to charge it to send it back to you.
So e-wallets do come with some risks. But doesn't money always? How does mobile payment compare to other common methods? We took a closer look.
How secure is using an e-wallet compared to using a credit card online? The only way to answer that question is it depends. It depends on the e-wallet and on the online payment system. There are e-wallet systems that are more secure than some of the online payment systems that are in use today, and vice versa. I would prefer the e-wallet to using the credit card in the store because you've removed the human element. You don't have the cashier taking your credit card, potentially, copying it or memorizing it or whatever. An e-wallet is definitely more secure in the sense that you don't have to worry about physically keeping the cash with you all the time and having enough to pay. Every time I give my kids cash, they seem to lose some of it. For example, if they never lose their phones.
So when it comes to security, e-wallets make a good impression. But what about user data? Any electronic transaction leaves a digital footprint. When it comes to e-wallets, that information is not only available to my bank, but also to service providers like Google or PayPal. Are digital wallets just another step towards transparent customers?
I mean, cash has a certain anonymity to it that people like and that you don't quite have in the same way with digital currencies.
Digital transactions create footprints, which many e-wallet providers also use.
Data about payments absolutely is being used about you. Absolutely, it's a huge industry. People make lots of money by analyzing payment flows.
For many users, however, the advantages outweigh the risks.
All these private corporations know exactly what your spending behavior is like, what you are like as a shopper, your behavioral patterns essentially, and that might be uncomfortable for some people, but personally, it's not a big issue. I would rather my transactions be tracked, but safer, rather than not tracked, but not safe.
In the end, we need to choose what's most important to us. Fun fact, in Germany, we're huge fans of hard cash. Hardly anyone uses e-wallets here. Other European countries are less cash crazy. In Scandinavia, more people prefer mobile payment. And in many Asian countries, it has long become a part of daily life. China expects 500 million customers to use e-wallets in 2019. And it's no wonder. It's simpler, less expensive, and quicker than your classic bank. If I wanted to transfer money from my regular bank on a Friday afternoon, for example, I'll have to wait until Monday morning for it to be processed. When I use my e-wallet, the recipient instantly receives the money, along with a message that it has arrived. And the best part is, I don't always need a bank account for that.
The World Bank estimates that globally, about 1.7 billion people don't have access to a bank account. For them, e-wallets can enable access to the financial system. One example is the digital payment system M-Pesa. It started in 2007 in Kenya and is available in other African countries, in India and in parts of Eastern Europe. The account is linked to a mobile phone number. Users can pay bills or transfer money by text message. A large network of M-Pesa agents allows for the digital wallets to be topped up.
One of the interesting things about electronic wallets is that in places where the banking system is less developed, the least developed, you find the highest levels of comfort with using digital wallets, simply because people will grasp onto any alternative that works.
Banking the unbanked has come to Facebook's attention too. The planned e-wallet Calibra is supposed to be integrated into Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp. Users can then do worldwide payments in Facebook's own currency, Libra. The project has raised international criticism, but Facebook's entrance onto the strongly regulated financial market should give mobile payments another boost.
I think most likely in the next 5 years we will see big movements towards global e-wallet capabilities because of players like WeChat and Facebook and others with these massive platform reach pushing the sector forward. And as they sort of help break down the barriers with governments to get on board and allow this cross-jurisdictional use, country-to-country use of these kinds of currencies, it will become easier and easier.
Facebook's idea isn't necessarily new. E-wallets using cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin have been around for years. They encrypt transactions with blockchain technology, which makes them particularly safe.
Cryptocurrencies only exist digitally and are not regulated by any bank. The most well-known ones are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. The term comes from the Greek word kryptos, meaning secret or hidden. It points toward the cryptographic encryption used for all components of the currency system. This technology is much safer than usual encryptions. All information, from balance to transaction, is secured in a blockchain, meaning in a cryptographically encrypted protocol. This way, user data is stored safely.
Depending on the type of cryptocurrency, some of them are fully anonymous, and nobody can see your payment history. And that is a much more secure way of maintaining anonymity in payments. It could potentially be as secure or more secure than cash.
But this anonymity only comes with specific cryptocurrencies. The advantages of digital wallets are they're easy to use, they allow for quick transactions with a high level of security, at least when you follow basic data protection guidelines. One big disadvantage is the sensitive data you leave behind when you pay. How much money I spend on what and when is very interesting to businesses, and they're willing to pay huge amounts to know. What's it like for you? Which e-wallets do you use and why? Let us know. Become a part of the Shift community on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. We look at everything from artificial intelligence and robotics to gaming and gadgets. See you there. Bye-bye.